Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Manic Miners. Now, I am very curious to see what the remastered campaign does with Run the Gauntlet, and, to a slightly lesser extent, what they do with Air Raiders. Run the Gauntlet has great potential. However, business before pleasure, as they say. I don't know what sort of business Lake of Fire involves. Probably the sort of horrendous, cutthroaty sort of business that gets investigated by governments. But yes, I have decided, in about the last 5 seconds,
Lake of Fire
is what we need to do next, as much as I really don't want to. The Basmod campaign was very generous with Lake of Fire, and I have no memory of it being difficult whatsoever, in that I cannot remember what it was at all. So it must have been very easy and straightforward. Oh, blimey. Normally I say you can tell by the length of these videos whether or not 2 levels went into the same episode, but with Lake of Fire, that's no longer certain. Right? Turn your air conditioning on. It's time for Lake of Fire.
Are you feeling cool, Rock Raider? Yo, you won't be for long. This next mission could be your toughest yet. We have located an area with high amounts of energy crystals and ore. However, there are only very small areas of land in a lake of lava. We will give you all the support we can, but you will have to manage your Rock Raider HQ by sharing resources across the Lake of Fire. You must collect 40 energy crystals.
What fun. Right. There's only a small, very small areas of land in a rapidly rising lake of lava. Our scanners detect a large cavern complex around this lava lake that is safe from the rising lava, but you'll need to blast a way through to it. Once you've found the safe caverns, rebuild Rock Raider HQ and collect 50 energy crystals. Now that's interesting, because I don't think that's the approach that the Basmod campaign took. However, I have vague memories many years ago of playing a custom level based on Lake of Fire, which had a wall of hard rock off in the background and some sort of suggestion that if you broke through there you'd get to safe land, but I didn't know how to get there. I presume at the time I wasn't aware of the whole flying large mobile laser cutter strategy. So perhaps we're going to do something similar here. Right. Just be prepared that there's every possibility I'll die, have to start again, I'll die again, I'll have to start over again, and then I'll die. And then I'll give up. We shall see. Oh, blimey. Just, please, not the world's fastest eroding lava. I can live with some erosion. Just please not immensely quick. Okay, how much air do we have with 5 peeps? 20 minutes. I think we need to go a bit faster than that, because I'm very conscious that obviously normally you're just balancing 2 variables. How many people do you have and how much time do you have with the oxygen? But now we have to balance with another variable, which is more lava erosion, and the more boots we have on the ground, the faster it's going to go. Okay, the cave's not as big as I remember. So stuff there and there and there, and that looks like about it, give or take. So I find it interesting that that hasn't been upgraded, because if I want to build a power station, I can't build a power station because this hasn't been upgraded, because I was about to start singing your praises, saying, oh, isn't it nice of them to give you an automatically upgraded tool store and a teleport pad? But no, they only gave you one of those things, which, if you ask me, is a little bit sneaky, but never mind. It's not too bad yet. The question, of course, is how many of these little islands are we going to lose because we're not going to be able to access them? And the answer to that is quite possibly a lot of them, which is why I'm going to try and leave things like this Because assuming it doesn't take away both of these spots, I'll still be able to punch through there, because the land underneath the rock will not erode until I take the rock away. So that might give me just a little bit more time. So yes, we are starting to run out of ore, which is going to be very irritating, because we're going to need a lot of ore, and we're going to need to make rigorous use of it. So let me plonk this down here, and then we're going to have to... Oh, interesting. I probably could shoot from that far away, so maybe we don't need... Maybe we don't need a tunnel transport. Maybe we just need a large mobile laser cutter. We might struggle to shoot from that distance, because there's no recharge seams either. Bloody hell! Bloody hell! There's I was going to say a sight for sore eyes. No! There's a sight to make your eyes sore, if that's a figure of speech, which I don't think that it is. Okay, I'm starting to see the erosion begin to pick up a little bit. So it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, which, frankly, I find shocking. So I'm going to let people wander around and mend a little bit of that, because we've got a few seconds of breathing room, and not nearly enough bloody crystals, I just comprehend. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is a pickle. Mind you, having a tunnel transport would be great for collecting crystals, even if we've gone beyond... Even if we've lost access to an island, is what I'm trying to say. This is a problem. I imagine they will have been quite careful about selecting the number of crystals that they give you. I certainly would be if I was designing this island. Or designing this level more generally. Actually, no, maybe that's a stupid thing to do. Maybe I should let them... Maybe I should... Oh, blimey. Maybe I should come up with another adjective. One. One. Okay, one. Bloody hell. Could you not do that? Thank you. Okay, well, at least uncovering more areas of land gives us access to more ore, which is vital. But I worry that it's not going to be enough, really. Okay, how many? One. Of course. It's always one. I'm not exactly asking to find a treasure trove of 622,000, but more than one would be good. Okay, that's finished construction. That'll get us the oxygen. That's that problem sorted out anyway. So we need to begin thinking about next steps. So I'm going to bring down some more people and totally forget how many people I've got. Oh, they all want sandwiches. Damned sandwiches. Is it possible for a sandwich to be damned? Is it possible for a sandwich to be doomed for eternal damnation and destruction in hell, or however the heck it works? I don't know. I'm not a theologian. Okay, one. It's better than none. I'll put it that way. It's better than none. Okay. What I might do is have a few peeps just sort of wandering around, clearing rubble and getting on with a few odds and bods rather than dragging stuff back home. That's going to be an issue. A big issue. Right. Because we have to start thinking, because the number of crystals is very limited, which of course is by design, I'm certain of that. I am getting frickin' worried about this bit of land over here, so I'm going to try and mend it myself, which is probably going to go disastrously wrong for me, so look forward to that. Here we go. Hooray, we did it. I think we might have to possibly say goodbye to this little bit. I don't think we've got much of a chance of mending it. I'll try. I don't think I'll succeed. but I'll try. Right, give me some ore. You're not giving me any ore, give me ore. Thank you very much. Okay, whichever one he puts it in, I'm going to put it in the same one. I hate that noise. That is a physically painful... Bloody hell, that's impressive. It reminds me when that daft trend was going around on the internet where everyone was trying to throw a bottle and make it land the wrong way up. Or strictly speaking, the right way up, I suppose, depending on your perspective. As in, your perspective on what you wanted to achieve by throwing the bottle, not your perspective as to which way you were looking. That's a different matter entirely. I might mend these bits here because I don't really want to... It's not that I'm fussy about losing that square of land, it's that I don't want the erosion to start happening here.
Did you forget your objective again?
What are you on about? Okay, are you doing... No, you're not. No, you're not. Of course you're not. Why would you do that? That's only positively sensible. Right. Sorry. I'm just stressed. Okay. We need to...
Easy there.
We need to get these crystals back to base as quickly as possible because I need to make a decision about how we do this. Because if we're going to make... Strictly speaking, the cheapest way to do it would be to put a mining laser there. I was going to say, we could just put a mining laser here and then just shoot really far, but then we have no way to recharge our crystals. No way at all to do that, which is a rather scary thought now that I think it. So do I want to regret that I put my base right in the middle here because now I don't have enough flat land to actually build anything big? The answer to that question is yes. Oh, sheesh. Oh, we're doing so much erosion mending that I don't have the ore I need to upgrade things. Oh, sheesh. I really should have... Oh, it can do it that... Oh, what clever! What cleverness has occurred? It had nothing to do with me. Of course it didn't. It was clever. Right, there's lots of ore here that I don't really want to lose, so I might say that we mend bits and bobs of this so that we can kind of keep access to this area for a little while, just long enough that we can get that ore and then leave. Because again, with the amount of erosion that we're trying to mend, there's not going to be much ore left over for construction and for upgrades. So I think the short answer is that we're definitely going to need a large mobile laser cutter. The question is what we need in tandem with it. I am worried. I don't know why I always end up being this bloke with his daft hat, but oh sheesh, that one's gone. Well, never mind. So what I think we need to do is get an idea of how many crystals we've got. What I'll do is I'll drill some stuff out, we'll continue collecting crystals, and up to the point where I can afford some sort of buttock therapist for all of the bruises on my patoot. Until I can... Until I can get a large mobile laser cutter, and then I'm going to have a think about what's left and sort of what more we can afford. Because, ooh, that's nice. Yeah, sort of what more we can... Oh, sheesh. I am frightened. I'm frightened of these people picking up ore and then not... Oh, I can't put this down unless I've allocated it as a job. Ah. Damn. Damn. That's bad, because I have a horrible, horrible, nagging feeling that very soon these bits of floor are going to be lost, and then people are going to get trapped. So if you don't mind, I am going to put myself in the line of fire, because that's slightly less terrifying than putting somebody else in the line of fire. So I'm just going to try and preserve this. To be honest, we're using all of the ore that we'd be saving, which I now realise is an utter waste of time, and we've achieved nothing. Oh, good. How do I cancel? Cancel. I don't think I can cancel that. Alright, never mind. Okay, oh, sheesh. I'm gonna call it quits on that bit of land. Because we've got all this stuff here, which is lots and lots and lots, and that's more than good enough for me. So what I'm gonna do is allocate this stuff to be mended, and then do a bit of mending, to try and keep this bit of land here alive. Because, well, never mind that one. Because I want to not lose access to the bit of rock over there. I want to keep this alive as quickly as possible. There we go. I know how you feel, old timer. I feel a bit the same way. Right, okay, good. More crystals. That's good. I might leave that just for a few seconds, just while we do some other work. Okay, so we've got 3 coming back. We've got 3 coming back plus whatever we've got currently, which is 7, which is not a bad number. Numbers on. Oh. I've realised. I've realised what a jam we're in. I've realised what a jam we're in. Why can't I cancel these? What is the button to cancel things? Remind me. It's C. Yeah. Why can't I press C to cancel this stuff? I don't want them to do that anymore. I've changed my mind. And the facts change, you change your mind. And the facts suck. Oh, sheesh, everything's going wrong. Welcome to my life. Okay. It's not okay. But let's pretend like it's okay. If I could stop telling them to mend bits of erosion for 5 seconds, they might have a chance of actually building the 2. I need like at least 25,000. Oh no, because we've lost that land, we can't get over here. Oh, and the same over here, which means we really need a tunnel transport and we don't have the money for one.
Hello.
Oh, is that the top of your bald head, or have I gone into first-person mode by accident?
Easy there.
Oh, I can afford one, but not the other. Oh, sheesh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be annoyed that we don't have enough ore to mend this. And by mend, I mean upgrade.
Hello.
Oh, sheesh on a cracker. Neither of these can set as jobs that need doing. Right, put the thing in the slightly different place, which makes a massive difference, apparently. Oh dear, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I am going to get a large mobile laser cutter, and I am going to realise I can't access that, which is terrible. Okay, what am I gonna do? Oh sheesh. I'm gonna get a large mobile laser cutter and then use that to knock down walls I can't currently access, and then I will be able to uncover more crystals,
Tunnel transport.
but I won't be able to get them.
Tunnel transport.
I want a tunnel transport, and I want a mining laser. What? Who? I don't know, but somebody's dead, and that's less than excellent. Okay. If I build a large mobile laser cutter, if I build a mining laser, I'll be able to shoot that and lots of other stuff, and this, all of this, because the mining laser can shoot a long distance without losing any. Why is nobody getting in this? In this? I didn't pay 10 crystals for this so that you could look at the damn thing. And they can access all that we've previously lost access to. This was a clever idea. Okay, good. Because what I want to do is use this to basically bring back. We don't have enough crystals. To basically uncover crystals that we can then bring back using the flying machine over there. The old thank you, Mr. and Mr. Right.
Crystal has been found.
And then we'll be able to bring those back and use those to get us the large mobile laser cutter.
An energy crystal has been found.
Yes. We might just... Ah, blimey. Whatever happened to love not being able to go uphill? Them's were the days. Okay, yes. You bring back lots of crystals, Jet. And... What are you doing? Whatever you're doing, can you not do it and do something else which is more crystal related, please? And thank you very much. I'm most grateful for your cooperation in this matter. I appreciate that it's difficult for you to not be a complete arse. But I'm grateful. If I have to do this manually, I will. Pick up the... Oh, you're full... Why are you full of ore? Because you're mending erosion. I really wish you'd leave that to the men on the ground.
Tunnel transport.
Please, just go and get the crystals. We need them much, much more. Okay, is there anything else with this I can shoot that doesn't consume crystals? Does that consume a crystal? I don't know if it's like a...
An energy
Okay, it doesn't
crystal
good.
has been found.
As long as it's not a full crystal, I think I can just about get away with it. But all of these are full crystals. That one's
An
not
energy
quite a full
crystal has
crystal.
been found.
Okay, that will probably do us. Okay, we just need one more, I think. And then a man died, didn't he? A man died. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but we need more boots on the ground. Right. Crystals, can you bring them home and stop worrying about ore? Oh, you are going to get crystals. Sorry, I'm a little bit stressed. Please forgive me. Okay, those 4 crystals are going to make a hell of a difference because we're going to be able to get a large mobile laser cutter. We're not going to be able to upgrade the bloody thing. I can't speak fast enough for my level of anxiety at the moment, but never you mind. Okay. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're not in a completely disastrous situation at the moment. Okay. I need to find safety.
Tunnel transport.
I don't know what's behind here. I don't want to spend 10 minutes breaking my way through here only to find out there's nothing on the arse end of it.
Tunnel transport.
Undiscovered cavern, undiscovered cavern, undiscovered cavern. If it's another bloody lava river, I will write a very grumpy letter to my MP or something. I don't know what people do when they're grumpy and they actually want to make a difference. Okay. I'm gonna pretend like this is definitely brilliant and definitely doesn't have any bloody monsters in it. What I'm gonna do is start evacuating people, I think. And I'm gonna do that with the large mobile laser cutter. Or I could bring a tool store down and then beam people up. That would work as well. I'm going to get rid of what I can, which is this stuff. Come here. Yes. I'm sort of putting all my eggs in one basket in that I am assuming that I have the slightest frickin' chance of surviving in this place, but I'm going to assume for the time that I do. You stick all the ore in there. That's lovely. If I see that this begins to erode, I may have a little bit of a screaming fit, so just be prepared for that. You may want to prep your lug holes. Okay. Of course. Okay. We've got, like, a lot of people that need to move, but move them we shall. Okay, we can bring down a tool store. That's good. And then, 6, 6, 3, 4. Okay, right. Drop that. Somebody get in it. I don't care who. I'd say women and children first, but the only woman here is driving the flying machine, and there aren't any children. At least I assume not. Most of the original Rock Raiders were far too bald to ever be considered children, so, I think we'll just assume everything's fine. Oh, sheesh. I'm trying to remember when Lego introduced the kind of short legs piece that they use for small characters. And I'm trying to remember if it was before or after 1999, and I feel like it was after, because the Lego Star Wars thing began in 1999, and there was an early Lego Star Wars set which was called something like the Pod Racer Bucket, which was a bucket, oddly, instead of a cardboard box, plastic bucket for some daft reason, and in it you got a lot of, well, I say a lot, probably about 4 or 5 small scale, reasonably small scale, smaller than all the other pod racers they made afterwards, reasonably small scale, that's just so they can get sandwiches, reasonably small scale little models of pod racers. And one of the minifigures included was a young Anakin Skywalker figure, and I'm 99% sure that he had the full length legs, despite being a child character. So if that happened in 1999, which I believe is the same year this game came out, then I'm going to assume that that Lego sort of shortened leg piece hadn't been introduced by then. I know I could just beam people up and beam people down, but you know, I feel I owe these poor people for being such a terrible, terrible boss and terrible manager that they deserve better, and I need to work a little bit harder for them. So, so I'm going to try and sort of ferry them across this way. Okay, there are 4 people left. I might tell them to mend that. I don't really think it's going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but I'm just gonna have them mend it just to be on the safe side. Okay, right. I think we should rescue the old man first.
Let's show them how it's done.
There we go. And I think we'll rescue the ghost last, because he's already dead. Are ghosts permeable to, or pervious, I think is the word I'm looking for, to lava? If we don't do this fast enough, we may well find out. Right. You get out of there, you get in here. Get on with it. Thank you very much. Okay. 3 people left. We've got myself, we've got Sparks, and we've got the ghost of Rock Raider Past. Okay. Okay. We've got quite a good number of resources to kind of take with us in terms of crystals and ore that we can bring across to that base, which is really good. Plus, of course, they've had lots of time here to sort of begin moving stuff around, which is lovely. What I might do actually is start equipping them with guns as well, because under no circumstances do I trust the remaster campaign not to stick a load of lava monsters here. So, what? You didn't drop it. Drop it. Like a naughty dog, I'll tell you, drop it. Oh, no, I told her to get out of it instead of him to get out of it. Right. Well, that was daft, wasn't it? Yes, and rescue your brothers in arms from certain death. Could we please get the hell on with it before they get slightly too warm tootsies? Okay. Oh, actually, when we beam up that support station, we're going to be in a right little jam, aren't we? So I need to start thinking about that very quickly. This isn't going to be a pretty base, but we're just going to have to deal with it. I should have been thinking about that earlier, but I didn't because I'm a moron, so I apologise. And the ghost isn't going last. I'm leaving myself till last. Well, that's probably for the best. Okay, they'll get on with that. We need to drill this out, make some more space, so that we can build a power station, support station. Because when we beam that support station up, the oxygen production will go with it, unless we've got a support station sorted out here. So it's important. It's important that I get that underway as quickly as possible, because I'm going to try something different. I'm not going to go and get that immediately, because would you stop standing around like some sort of a goose and actually get on with your job? I don't know why gooses would just stand around. You're not saying that you can't do stuff because you're behind the building, are you? That shouldn't be what it is. That shouldn't be what's affecting them. Okay, we need more space! We need more real estate! I demand it. Okay, upgrade that. Stick that there, and stick that there. Thank you very much. I don't know why I'm singing, but I am. Okay, good. They've got time to do that now, which means what I'm going to do is give them time to do it, I think. Because what I want to do is to... Actually, no, this is a stupid idea. I was thinking what I want to do is leave him there so that I can beam up the support station and power station, and then he can ferry the goods back into the teleport pad before I then beam that up and then carry him away. But I've realised that that's a completely stupid idea because this is going to be able to do a far bloody better job of that than a man on his own is going to be able to do. So I don't really know why I ever thought that would be a good idea. If there'd still been like 6 or 7 men there, it would have made perfect sense. But it doesn't, so why would I do that? Okay, good. We've got that sorted out, so that's grand. What are you running away from? Okay, so I'm going to bring you back here. I'm going to beam this up and beam this up. And then let the tunnel transport take those resources back. I'm also going to give everyone a gun while we're standing around, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, because she'll ferry those resources into there, which is good, which means we won't have lost them. In the meantime, I'm going to do a little bit of drilling around here, and then I think we're going to stop, and I'm going to breathe for the first time in about 32 minutes. Oh, blimey. At least we found a recharge seam as well. Oh, can I see a recharge seam on the map? I can see something. Yes! Huzzah! Excellent. I like the sound of that. Oh, dear. I want to keep the large mobile laser cutter, partly because we need something to mine out the hard rock, obviously, but also because I want to take it around to drill out the rest of the walls. To get any remaining crystals. I might just set everything to be reinforced, not just for the sake of landslides, but also for the sake of monster spawns. Okay, right. Let us worry. Let us go around and drill a few bits and bobs out, and then we can leave the tunnel transport to ferry those crystals back while we get on with some other things. Okay, what else have we got? Let's try and do this in a vaguely methodical way so that we don't kind of retrace the same ground more than is necessary. Let's come over here and do this bit. This is really cool, I'd just like to say, from just like an every perspective. From every perspective that one might have, this is very cool. So I really like this. Okay, let's knock these bits down. There we go. And then we'll come over here and sort these bits out, and then we'll have a few bits over there, and then I reckon we'll be done. I might just go and have a look on the radar and see what's behind that other wall. I doubt it would just be a line of hard rock and then a line of solid rock, because that would be too easy. I imagine that they'll have at least a couple layers of hard rock, so that you can't see that it's immediately the wrong way to go, assuming that is that, you know, that's the correct way and that just doesn't lead anywhere. Although I imagine what's probably more likely is that they're both legitimate, and that just leads you onto the left hand side of the cave, and the other one leads you onto the right hand side of the cave, and maybe there's a strategic benefit one way or the other, but I don't know because I've not seen them yet. But let's get this drilled out, and then we can take the large mobile laser cutter home once we've had a quick look over here. Have they run out of things to do? Oh no, they've run out of things to do! This is a tragedy. Just looking at the map and seeing what I can drill out without sort of revealing new caverns and things. What do we have over here? Okay. A pathway that goes somewhere, but I don't know where, and frankly it doesn't matter where, because we can always come back to that and look at it later if we want to. But what I want to do What I want to do is leave the tunnel transport to cart all of those crystals home. Okay. Let's just breathe. Right. The difficult bit is over. However, this bit is also quite stressful because if I mess this up, then I have to go back and do the really difficult part again. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. Sheesh. Sheesh. Okay, I'm conscious we would fare well if we had... Not farewell, I mean fare well. We would do better. Perhaps if we had an upgrade station, because then we could upgrade this machine. We've certainly got the ore to build it and to upgrade it. So, I say, we do that, and we upgrade this so that we can. Yes, there we go. Good. Sorry, I was just checking that the radar was following it correctly. Yes, I say we build an upgrade station, because that will be useful. One thing I have just thought of, actually, is that the ore refinery has never been required, because I was thinking that, oh, I thought this was going to lead over there, but it didn't. I was thinking of some of the other custom levels that we played, and I think some of those had a mission objective of collecting a certain number of building studs, which are of course what are made by the ore refinery, to kind of give it some purpose, I suppose, beyond just making construction slightly more efficient, which it does do, but I'm not personally of the opinion that it does it enough to really merit worrying about it in most instances. But anyway, yes, I wonder if the remaster campaign might do that at some point. We shall have to wait and see. Alright, we don't really need the canteen anymore, do we? So I'm going to get rid of that, not because I want the resources back, but because I'm more thinking about the perimeter of my base and maintaining a defensible perimeter. I'm also wondering if in future it might be a good idea to have like more sensitive buildings like the power station, the support station towards the back, and the more sacrificial buildings like the tool store and the teleport pad towards the front. So if the monsters stand there and chuck rocks about, we can keep our more precious buildings further away from them, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. I've also realised this map is bloody huge, so it might take us quite a long time to explore all of it, depending on how much is accessible. So, let's see what we see! If it's lava, I'll cry. It's not lava. It's not lava yet. Emphasis as big as Memphis is on the word yet. Oh, looks like this goes to solid as well. Oh no, it doesn't quite go to solid. Are we going to be able to go through there? Not really, but maybe. Depends how sneaky I can be. Can I be a bit sneaky? Yes, I can. Excellent. Hooray for sneakiness. The number of crystals it still says are available. Maybe I should get rid of this. Maybe I should get rid of this rather than just leaving it here to die a horrible death. The number of crystals it says are still available. I'm surprised the tunnel transport has come home. Yes, it still says there are lots of crystals available, and I can still see some. It's rather difficult to see them because... Oh, thank you. Why are you coming back with a hold that's 75% full? Do you have no understanding of efficient logistics? Well, at least you put a crystal in instead of a piece of bloody ore. Anyway, never mind. Let me make this fence go out a bit. further. I thought this was 3 wide. It's not. It's 4. Okay. So there isn't a gap that irritates my my eye. I'm just going to fill this completely, I suppose, for no well-defined reason. Oh yeah, that was me beaming the tool store, wasn't it? I feared it was something worse than that. Okay, relax. Everything's going to probably explode in my face. But before it does, the bit that comes before the exploding in my face has not gone utterly disastrously, so I'm happy about that. Okay, I'm again conscious of removing potential monster spawn points. No, I was gonna say something, but then I thought, no, that'll jinx it, and then this will blow up in my face spectacularly. So I ain't gonna say it. So we won't worry about any of that. I'll just keep meandering and exploring, and we shall see what we discover. Because if we continue to be safe from the lava, this could be a relatively relaxed state of affairs. As a matter of fact, we've very nearly won, because I've just realised we're... There we go, okay. It's not bad. I always wonder, at this moment, in a difficult level, if I did bollock up and lose everything, like, I don't know, there was a sudden erosion of lava from a new source, and a load of monsters turned up, and the whole base got destroyed, and everyone got killed, and they ate all the crystals, and I had a little bit of a cry. Once I'd finished having my little bit of a cry, would I restart the level? Because I've completed the objectives, so depending on your definition, I've finished. But then you might think otherwise and say, no, if you haven't fully cleared out the level, mined everything, and seen the extent of the map, then you haven't finished the level properly. And given how much I prattle on about being good at this game, I think I have to set my objectives a little bit higher than the game does. So what I've realised, actually, is that it would be rather smart if we had some little trucks, because we have a lot of people walking around doing things which could be doing them more efficiently. So I'm going to get us a few little trucks. Well, I'll upgrade the engine and put a couple of jets on the side of it, shall I? By which you do not mean clones of your pilot friend over there. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Cheeky accent. Anyway, yeah, let's get some trucks, and then that'll speed things up a little bit. Might get a loader dozer as well. I feel like we should industrialise our operation, which would involve getting a large teleport pad, super teleport pad, even if I could find the words I want to say. Oh, I don't really mind where it goes, just put it somewhere. There we go. Yes. Yeah, I'll sort of try to industrialise the operation a little bit. Might even get a second support station down so we can bring down some more peeps. Because if it does use as much of this map as I think it's going to use, which is a lot, even if it used only about a quarter of it, that would still be a lot of ground to cover. But let's keep exploring. Yeah, so they'll be much more efficient now. They'll be able to move a lot faster. They won't have to worry about falling over spiders, or worrying about sandwiches, or anything like that. So that will all be happy and cheery. Okay. I'm slightly hesitant about, I might actually turn collecting rubble off for the time being, because collecting ore, I might turn collecting ore off for the time being, because I really, really don't need to worry about it. And if I get to a point where everybody's in a vehicle, it won't matter that,
Did you forget your objective? Well, honestly, I would prefer tunnel transport, but sure.
I think you'd prefer a sandwich, but all the same, yeah, if we turn off collecting ore just for the time being, then hopefully the men will focus on clearing the rubble, and the trucks won't. Because I'm slightly hesitant of just wandering around and I'm slightly hesitant of just wandering around and shooting out all the walls and getting all the crystals out, because if monsters do begin spawning, I might not have a very good opportunity to collect them and rescue them before all of the monsters start gobbling things. So I might actually move you slightly further away, just in case those fall down, which they seem quite likely to. Alright, we could get 3 more trucks. Is there any other vehicles that would be useful? Not really, because we've already got a tunnel transport, which is still motoring along. Yes, indeed, those might be the last few crystals. Yeah, because that's saying we've got all of the crystals that are currently available, so that's good. That's good. Okay, right. Let's bring down some more trucks. I'm terribly sorry to override your sense of free will, but it has to be happened. It has to be happened. My grammar is appalling today, but never mind. Never mind. Okay, so we've got docks and we've got the Brickster left over. So let's get those 2 in trucks, and then we can just sort of drive around, knock stuff down with impunity, because we'll have loads of trucks that will be able to zoom in and get stuff. And, oh, of course they're not. I was wondering why they weren't coming home, but of course they're not, because they're not collecting rubble, because they're not collecting ore! Which I might as well turn back on, because A, we're running out of, that's the wrong menu, Phil. You muppet. Because the trucks haven't got anything to do, and everybody's just standing around like a bunch of silly billies. So let's address that situation. You know what else I'm gonna do? Because I'm paranoid. The other thing I'm gonna do is, just on the off chance that a load of lava monsters somehow spawn out of there, or some other bit of wall I haven't seen, and decide to walk over the lava here to attack the soft underbelly of Rock Raider HQ, I'm just gonna put some more vents down there, just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Okay. Can you imagine if your surname was Justin and you decided to play a horrible trick on your child? No. Can you imagine? I've ruined the joke now. Can you? Can you imagine if your surname was Case? Pretend I didn't say that stupid thing before. Can you imagine if your surname was Case and you decided to play a horrible trick on your child by naming them Justin? Gee, that would have been really funny if only I'd said it the right way round. Oh, never mind. I don't know how we're going to get in there. We'll figure that out in a minute. I can see there's a way in from the other end, but I don't know how we'd get in there either, so... Never mind. It's not important. Oh, shit. These levels, they're stressful. I get stressed out. It matters to me to do them well and to perform to a reasonable standard for your entertainment, so I just get nervous. And Lake of Fire has always been a tiresome level for me. I've never been particularly good at it. I've never found strategies that work particularly well for it. I've just always not enjoyed doing it. So, and I believe I've said before that whenever I would replay a campaign, or just start a new game to play the campaign over again in the original game, I would, I'd either skip Lake of Fire if I could. I can't remember if it was possible to do that in terms of, sort of, because there are some, you can sort of get all the way to Rocky Horror without completing some levels, including Back to Basics, I think. I think Rocky Horror unlocks when you complete hot stuff rather than Back to Basics, which I always found slightly curious. Yes. So if it were possible to dodge Lake of Fire, I probably would have. Otherwise, I can imagine me sort of replaying an existing campaign that had everything completed so that I could just sort of scroll through and just play the missions that I wanted to and skip the missions that I didn't want to do. But I don't really remember. I'm just going to send this home for some repairs while I have a think about this, because there's nowhere I can shoot that, and I definitely can't drive through there, can I? I'm wondering if a man could walk through there. Do we think a man could walk through there? Maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. You could get through, couldn't you? Really? You can't get through that gap? I thought you'd be able to get through that gap. Yes, you can. Does this actually do me any bloody good, though?
The landslide has occurred. Solid rock.
Not really. You could maybe carry the large mobile laser cutter through. That might work. Could you turn yourself? Could you turn your ass around? Thank you very much. Because I can sort of wiggle and waggle my way through here. The other guys have got plenty to be getting on with, so they can sit there and do their own thing for a little bit while I play a little bit of an experiment. So I just want to see if I can get the large mobile laser cutter in there. Because the only other way to do it, as far as I can think of, would be to get a piece of dynamite in there somehow, but I don't really know how that would be possible. Oh my goodness, sorry. This doesn't look very pretty, but I'm just going to have to do this because the alternative is this view, and I can't drive like this. I mean, some would argue I can't drive full stop, and frankly, I wouldn't disagree with you, but, can I squeeze? Oh, I can squeeze! How sneaky! Right, I genuinely didn't expect that to work, but I'm glad that it did, because it means I can shoot this down, and then we can all carry on with our lives. Hooray! Right, if you scoot over here, I'll just set the radar to follow you again. There we go. Those are recharge seams, aren't they? Yes. One of them is a recharge seam, the other one's an energy seam. Okay, that's fine. I was a little confused why they'd put two there, if not just to sort of tease you by making you see the very similar coloration of the energy crystal seams and recharge seams, and perhaps tricking somebody into exploring over there when it wasn't as valuable as it otherwise might have been. Right. Goodness. It's amazing how industrious they are when you've got the right equipment. It really is. Alrighty. So there's a little pathway off to the left here, but there's also something off to the right here. And I'll be honest with you, I'm rather frightened. But let's press this button and see what happens. Okay. Nothing disastrous as of yet. That's nice. That's good. That's what I like to hear. This has gone too well. Far too well. Suspiciously too well. I am waiting for the moment when this all comes crumbling down about my feet. Because right now, this is just a perfectly lovely farming expedition, which doesn't involve any disaster. The fact that we haven't even seen a monster yet is utterly shocking to my mind. I would have expected to be besieged by big beasts by now, and we haven't been. We've got away from the lava, and everything else is just fine. And maybe I'm old and jaded and paranoid, but that just doesn't smell right. Something's going to go wrong. Something's going to go wrong, and I'm gonna keep exploring these caves until I find it. If nothing in this level screws me over, I'm sure I'll find some way for me to screw myself over. But until that happens, maybe we can, just maybe, we can be calm. Okay, another seam, lovely stuff. Okay, let's just have a quick look and see where we are sort of relative to everything else. So there's a little bit of land over here, but otherwise we're sort of reaching the edge of the elevated... Bloody hell. Would it not have been easier just to make the wall come out another square? Presumably there was some technical reason they couldn't do that, because it looks a bit daft otherwise. Oh, interesting. Mind you, this remaster campaign was designed by the person that made the game, so Surely they could have just changed it to... Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not important. I'm just confused. I'm just confused. Oh, there was another pathway here. I didn't even see this one. Did I? Did I see this one at the start or not? I don't really remember. I just sort of had that one in my eye line and kind of forgot about everything else. I'm actually quite shocked that the entire base hasn't been eroded yet, which is frankly quite shocking. It seems a lot faster when it's happening in front of you and there's things on the line. Oh, I should not mean the washing is out to dry in the sunshine. Not that it would really make any difference, because as soon as you've lost access to enough resources to get away from the island, then you might as well have lost at that point. So I'm guessing there might be a few crystals in here, because they might want to give you a couple of crystals so that you can start constructing a base. Because presumably, once you've just made your tunnel transport and your large mobilizer to get over here, you've just spent all your crystals, and you need some more in order to finish constructing, a replacement support station, power station. But maybe not. I'm not asking you to click on the spider. I'm asking you to click on the grand. Right. Let's get these little bits sorted out, and then we'll be about done. That does suggest that the 3 caverns, or the 3 entryways, I should say, lead into the same cavern. Which means if we continue to progress in that direction, we'll probably end up with access to that bit over there. So, have I missed anything along here? Is there not another cavern in that direction? I thought there was. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going crazy. No, I'm definitely going crazy. You only have to... Oh, it's actually faster for the tunnel transport to go that way than it is for it to go all the way around. That says something, doesn't it, about how far we've come. Okay. Let's get over there and explore in that direction, because it doesn't look like this goes tremendously far. Is it all the way around? Oh. Is it like the last line of rock you can't change the elevation of? Because it kind of has to connect to this sort of, whatever the hell you call this. Is that the reason why? Maybe it is. I don't really know. I don't think I've played any levels that have been quite as elevated as this one. Okay. It's been quite a long time actually since we've just had a nice sort of farming level. Rocky Horror was a bit like that. The Basmod version of Rocky Horror was quite nice in that you could just sort of wander around and mine things out for quite some time without having to worry too much about fighting monsters and things. Because as soon as you got all of the walls reinforced, you're pretty much done in terms of monsters. Although I am highly sure, or am I thinking of... No, I'm thinking of the standard campaign, Basmod. I'm getting all of my words in a tumble. I think I'm thinking of the standard version. The standard campaign, Manic Miners... There are so many different bloody versions of every level now. There's the original game version, there's the standard campaign Manic Miners version, there's the original campaign Manic Miners version, the Basmod campaign Manic Miners version, and the remastered campaign Manic Miners version. Which is like at least 5 different versions of every mission. Bloody hell, this is confusing. Okay, never mind. We seem to be done with sort of this this side of things, so now we can go off in that direction. Yes. Because I don't have distinct memories of replaying the Basmod version of Rocky Horror very many times, because I have a funny feeling that didn't we like access the last cave and then were there monsters in there? Maybe there weren't monsters in there, but was there like a big line of rock all the way around the back end of the cavern that you had to mine out? Because I seem to remember having some degree of trouble with that. Anyway, it's not important. It's not important. Between 5 different versions and many, many years of playing this game, as terrifying as it is to say that, as we rapidly approach the 6th anniversary of the creation of this channel, which is a terrifying sentence to fall out of my face. yes, it's difficult with so many versions to actually discern between them, even though I've not played the other campaign, the one that tries to sort of recreate the original game as much as possible, which I imagine in doing that it will sort of it'll probably try to remove everything that has been added to Manic Miners which isn't in the base game, so things like the canteen, the tunnel transport, I imagine will all be removed, and then it'll just sort of try to make the mechanics. How the hell am I going to do this? It'll just try to sort of make the mechanics work as much as it can to be as similar as possible to be the original. I've got recharge team, so it doesn't matter if I spend crystals. Yeah, if I could shoot that, we might just make a pathway through. Hooray! Right, you go around, please. Hopefully we'll find a way to punch through here, otherwise that's quite a... Well, it's not... it's a bit of a diversion. It's not a huge diversion, it's a bit of a diversion. Excuse me. Excuse me? Would you do this for me, please? And thank you, that's most kind of you. I'm wondering if I should, do what people keep telling me to do. Quite rightly. And actually sort of build, sort of outposts, so to speak. So that they don't have quite as far to drive to drop off resources, because if I just plunk a tool store down there, then they won't have as far to drive in order to dump all of that ore in there, which I'm not really fussed about them collecting the ore, but I don't know. I don't want it to seem like people give me perfectly sensible and useful suggestions and I just completely ignore them, right? I do listen, I do want to get better at the game, and if the last few levels have taught us anything, it's that I need to get a bit better at the game, because I'm a bit rubbish at it when the going gets tough. So I do want to try and improve if I can, and having, you know, little, because look at this, right? They're collecting stuff, and then they're just, you know, if he was clearing out all of this here, this would be like amazingly quick and very, very efficient indeed. And you know, it's a very good strategy. It's a very good way of speeding things up. It is, if you're trying to clear out a map as quickly as possible. Having these little outposts is a very sensible thing to do. And oh, you mean if I'd just gone that way and punched through here, I could have got through? Could I have got through here? No, I couldn't have, because the energy crystal seam would still have been there, and then that still would have been solid rock, so that wouldn't have actually got me in. So okay, I didn't do a stupid. Quite regularly do a stupid, but not this time. I decided to change it up for the first time in my life. Yeah, and to be honest, not even just in situations like this where you've got lots of trucks and you're trying to clear out a map, just in situations where you've got men drilling out walls and collecting crystals. To be honest with you, it wouldn't have been a terrible idea for me to do that in this level, instead of, you know, where I started here and then them having to walk all the way. Bloody hell, that takes a long time to erode. And then sort of, we went up here to this bit of land and people were moving ore in. It actually wouldn't have been a terrible idea for me to pop a tool store down there, so they could kind of get on the island, put the tool store down, dump all the ore in as quickly as they possibly could, and then get away from that land. In fact, that probably would have been a very good idea, because then they wouldn't have had to expend ore. They wouldn't have had to expend ore trying to preserve the bridge that connected those two islands, because that was the problem I was dealing with a little bit when I was trying to upgrade buildings and I was trying to construct buildings, was that I was getting a bit short on ore because of all the erosion I was repairing, and I was perhaps being well, no, actually I'm not going to say that I was being slightly over enthusiastic with my repairs, because I feel like I repaired as much as I needed to. I don't think I was repairing too much. I was trying to not repair when it was at like the first stage of erosion and letting it get a little bit further along than that to kind of buy myself a bit more time. So I was trying to be I was trying to be sensible in that way, but the land was so limited that I really don't think I was. I don't think I was repairing stuff that didn't need to be repaired. But perhaps there were a few instances of that. So yeah, if you put down tool stores and just funneled all the ore in and then run away, and you could have done that with the crystals as well. Now that I think of it, which would have shortened commuting times. Then you might be able to clear areas a lot faster, use up fewer resources, and generally be a lot more successful. Because Lake of Fire is one where time really matters, and I think that's one of the reasons why you might invoke a strategy like what I did at the very beginning, where instead of bringing down 5 people and then having like 20 minutes to build my support station, I brought down 7 or 8 people and had about sort of 10 minutes to do it, because I could do it in that much time, and obviously I'm slightly faster doing it if I've got more boots on the ground. But it's not just the air that you're worrying about, you're also worrying about the lava, and the more people you have on the ground, obviously the more you can fight the lava, and the more that you can construct your support station. So it's about balancing different things, is what I'm trying to say. Right. I can't believe it, but I think we're about done. I think the frame rate's dying, which is really rather worrying. So let me stick it over here where you can't see anything, and if the frame rate has died, and hopefully it didn't die about an hour ago, then it won't matter so much. I just want to scroll it round on the map and see if there are any walls that I've missed. It really is difficult to tell the difference to my eye. What is bloody hell would you look at? What is a recharge seam and what is an energy crystal seam? But no, I reckon we're about done. Let's go home. The frame rate mended itself. It seems to have, yes, maybe just needed a breather. I feel a bit the same way. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, they were kind. They didn't have any more lava and they didn't have any monsters. I'm shocked but grateful.
You're proving to be a great leader. Collecting those 40 energy crystals can't have been easy and that easy. Well done. Mission complete.
This tells you how infrequently I completed Lake of Fire. I have no memory of him ever saying you're proving to be a great leader. So that's important.
Lake of
Oh,
Fire.
blimey.
Hot stuff.
This bloody crystal. Anyway, I think we've earned a look at Run the Gauntlet. I was going to say Granite Grinder then. That's not what I mean at all. Okay, right. I'm going to take, I think, if you'll not think it immodest of me to say so, a well-earned break. As much as that was not nearly as difficult as I thought it was going to be. We've definitely seen levels with much faster eroding lava than that. Because it's curious, each level seems to have its own innate level of lava erosion. It's not entirely dependent on the slider, because I've kept the slider at 100% almost the whole time. I think we put it up to 125 at one point, probably right near the end of Basmod, I think. Because I have a vague memory of being surprised that I put it up and then putting it back down in an early level of this campaign. So it's not purely dependent on that, because there have definitely been levels where it's been eroding faster than it was there. So it must be there's like a slider for lava erosion in a level, and also a slider, a general slider, a sort of global slider for lava in the whole game. So it's interesting that even without fiddling with the sliders, the game can control to a certain degree the level of threat that lava poses by changing its erosion rate. So I find that interesting. Anyway, there's no way in hell we'll get through either of these this evening because I'm exhausted. So let's have a look at Run the Gauntlet. I'm very interested to see what that looks like. So I shall have my little break and then we'll come back and have a look at Run the Gauntlet. There's nothing quite like not completely sucking at something you were quite stressed about, whilst also being able to entertain some nice people and then have a nice hot cup of cocoa to make life seem worthwhile again.
Listen carefully, Rock Raider. A member of the team has been left behind in a labyrinth of underground caverns. He needs your help. Guide him safely to the caverns containing abandoned vehicles and use them to assist him in finding the Rock Raider HQ. Take care down there, Rock Raider.
Hope you're doing great today. I hope that as well. I hope you're all doing marvellously in your days and in your lives. That sounded more intimidating than it was supposed to. Never mind! Hello! We don't have much air, but that's alright because, he's not my Sparks, is he? That's not even Sparks. That's Axel. But that's not what I mean. He's not my Axel because he... Oh, sheesh on a biscuit. Because... Oh, for goodness sake. I should have guessed it would be like this. Oh, I should have guessed it would be like this. Okay, I'm going to run an experiment. If this doesn't work... If this doesn't work, we're restarting. It worked! Hooray! Hooray for science! I don't know if there are any scientists in the audience, but maybe if you are a scientist, you can confirm. Does science involve doing something really stupid and dangerous, desperately hoping that, oh, blimey, that everything doesn't go completely and utterly pear-shaped, and then if it doesn't, saying hooray? Is that what science is to you? Because that's what science is to me. Okay, I'm glad that worked, because better one, a better truck. Okay, yeah, I was hoping that they wouldn't be sensible enough to attack the, to attack me, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Realised it was tracking the truck and not tracking me, which is a bit silly. Zoom out of this bit as well. Yeah, because presumably what would have made more sense is if they had, you know, destroyed the truck, then they'd be able to eat the crystals out of the truck, but they clearly don't think that far ahead. We're not getting a tremendous amount of air, which is a bit of a concern. I know I've been around for a couple of minutes already, but I was expecting to get more air out of uncovering a new cavern. So that's partly my concern. I need to keep uncovering more land for the sake of getting more oxygen. It only gave me like 20 seconds or something. Do you really think I can uncover more caverns in 20 seconds? Yeah, I guess I just need to uncover big caverns. Maybe it's like... Oh, a digger! Huzzah! Maybe it's like, every square or something that you uncover sort of gives you 5 seconds of air or something. So if you uncover a big cavern, that obviously gives you more air than if you uncover a little cavern. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't really know. And I'm not intelligent enough to try and figure it out. Ooh, an upgraded one.
Nice.
Bloody hell. Maybe it shouldn't have been upgraded. We can move a little bit faster now. We can go places a little bit faster. If I had something that could jump, I could get over that, but I don't at the moment. See, that's an interesting mechanic, isn't it? Because that's not something you could do before, so bloody hell. I sort of wish this didn't have the upgrade, because it's just so fast it keeps throwing itself off the rails. Enter something that can jump. See, the trouble is with monsters spawning is I know that they don't, or I know now that they don't go after me. This is a frickin' trap.
Hang on.
It's a trap. It's a trap! As Admiral Akbar once said, it's a trap! The problem, you see, is that they will go after the stationary vehicles, and they'll destroy them. They'll destroy all of them. So that's fun, isn't it? So, there you go. They'll destroy all of those, and they'll eat all the crystals. But apparently we're not after crystals in this mission. Apparently we have no interest whatsoever in a small mobile laser cutter. How interesting. Apparently we're not interested in crystals in this one, which is odd. I sort of expected it would be get back to base and then do a bunch of other stuff, but apparently not. Indeed! The question, my juddering friend, is what the hell do we do here? Because we can either get back in the... Please don't shoot yourself in the back of the head, that would be most unfortunate. I'll go back into the menu I want you to be in. Oh, come on, I know you can drive over that. I think you can drive over that. Okay, you can't drive over that. How far can I shoot with this thing without spending crystals? Because I can't. I can't. I can't spend crystals, because I haven't got any. Oh, quite far actually. I'm genuinely quite surprised. Because I want to sort of be able to go far enough that too little power, I need to have the power. What is that? That's a granite grinder. Interesting. I need to be able to... uncover another bit of... Your star is really getting in the way, Axel. Yeah, because I could go like boing, 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 and then I could get out and do it on foot. Boing, boing, boing. I could probably get in there. Yeah, I reckon I could get in there if I tried hard enough. Let me no, not hit there. Thank you for crying out loud.
Sick.
Okay, it seems the monsters destroyed 2 things and then they went home. Maybe they had eaten enough crystals that they were bored. But yeah, let's get over to that granite grinder and see what there is to be seen over there. I don't know if it's just a case of bigger vehicle implies that you're closer to base. I feel like it's probably not that simple. But we're running low on the old oxygen situation. The interesting thing with this now is I'm not restricted to going through pathways where... I'm not restricted to going through pathways that have loose rock or dirt. So, I can, and I probably should, knock down hard rock as well, in order to see what other... This is another frickin' trap, and I'm not falling for this one. I fell for the last one, and I ain't falling again. Yeah, because before... Oh, sheesh. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. This is annoying, because those monsters are going to... This can jump as well. Oh, I'd forgotten the bloody granite grinder can jump as well. Don't even look. Don't even look. If you don't look at it, it ain't happening. That's not exactly how the world works, but let's pretend that it definitely is. Yeah, because if I jump over here, this will hopefully give me enough time or access to new areas. Is what I'm trying to say. Because A, I need oxygen, and B, I need that's lovely, but it serves the grand total of diddly squat purpose, because you're not going to give me any rubble, you're not going to give me any ore, which means I can't build a tool store, which means I can't store these things. Because there's no way under the sun that this guy has a spade, is there? No, of course not.
Time to get started.
Of course you don't have a shovel. This is probably also a trap, but I'll just walk through here, because I'm not sure I've got any bloody choice. The fact that they're rock monsters rather than ice monsters is good, because that means they at least can't walk over the water. So if they've only got access to my vehicle, they won't go after me, because for some reason they just don't bother trying at that point. Which, you know, I'm not wholly upset about, but I might just wait for them to despawn before I spawn any crystals for them. Oh well, leave us alone. Down to 2. I don't really know where the other 2 are. To be honest, I don't really care. Oh, hello. Hello. How are you on this? Fine day. See, look at that erosion rate, right? That is 100 frickin' times faster than what we saw in Lake of Fire, right? And that has nothing to do with the slider, right? I didn't fiddle with the slider in between. So, that proves my point, right? It had already been proven, it had already been proved previously, but I'm glad it's been proven again. I don't really know where we're going, but we're getting really bloody low on air. So, that's fun, isn't it? That's fun on a Christmas bun. I don't really know where the hell we're going, but we're just going to keep bloody walking until we find something, I suppose. This map is completely... What the hell is going on up there? It's a very interesting bit of topography. This... Oh, for crying out loud. This... What the hell is up with this ground? Wait, oh, go away, you big bouldery bastards. I wish that I could care, but I can't. Really, I can go with this massive cavern and I get, like, no air out of it. Well, screw you. Oh my goodness, I need more air. And I haven't got it. Oh good, another vehicle. Hooray, huzzah. It's not really what I need at the moment. What I need is to find base camp. I don't know where base camp is, but I hope it's nearby, because I'm frightened. Oh, good. Oh my god, look at the way the ceiling comes down. I'm guessing that's just because there's a fixed distance between the ground and the ceiling, but my goodness, that's horrible. That's like some... It's like the belly of some terrible beast. If I just... Okay, they're not going after... I don't really know where they are going after, but they're not going after me, which is good enough. I suppose. Oh, good. More stuff for them to break. Okay, let's just look at the map for a moment and see... Could it be here in the middle? Maybe it's here in the middle. That's a possibility, right? 108 landslots, bloody hell. Okay, right, come on. We are running out of time. That's my key concern at the moment, nothing else. Just that... Oh, come on! Where's base? Where the hell is base camp? Maybe I need to go back that way. Maybe they were trying to scare me off, but really I need to go back. Because there's not... I've actually looked through quite a lot of the map. There's that bit there, and there's this bit here. So what I think I need to do is to get into this bit and start wandering around. Because I'm going to be so freaking low on it. I actually think I might lose this level and have to retry it, rather than losing Lake of Fire, which means it must be upside down and back to front and inside out day. But here we are all the same. I've completely given up on protecting the buildings and protecting the crystals because this is just not happening. Because unless they gave me a large mobile laser cutter, I suppose actually I could have defended the first stuff, because or the bit over here, the place I'm going back to, because we had the small mobile laser cutter, so I guess I could have done a bit of shooting. But there might have been too many. I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Right, come on. With all of my 120 seconds there, let's see if we can maybe possibly please find something this way. I don't really... Oh, screw you with a great big stick. If this gets damaged by landslides and gets destroyed, I'm gonna have a bit of a huff. I'm already in a bit of a huff because this is just too difficult. Sheesh, I really don't have time to keep just... No, please don't be a dead end. I can't afford a dead end. I really don't have time for a dead end game. I really don't. This is a dead end. This is a freaking dead end, and it's an utter waste of my time coming here. Oh good, loads of seams. Brilliant. So next time a load of monsters spawn, I can just be crowned as the king of monster feeding, which apparently is what I'm doing. Right, well, I hope all of the monsters enjoy the crystals that I've left for them. Yep, we're down to our last minute of air. Let's just hope and pray there's a cavern on the other side of here, which there probably isn't. I never, ever in my life thought that I'd lose to granite to run the gauntlet. and not lose to Lake of Fire. So that, frankly, is incredible. But here we are all the same. Okay, none of this is happening. This is clearly all just a great big lie, so that's lovely. I love me some big fat lies. Jeez, they are punishing with the oxygen supply, aren't they? Bloody hell. Enjoy it, lads. I left it just for you. Because I love you just that much. You bunch of bastards. Maybe this was the way to go all along. Probably not, because I feel like we've been to the other side of this lake, but hey ho, well, we'll get to find out what happens when you run out of air, which hasn't happened for a long time. Oh, that, okay.
The missing Rock Raider didn't get back to Rock Raider HQ. Mission failed.
I collected 180 ore? I didn't collect a thing. Oh dear. I ballsed up big time. Okay. Now that I've learned how desperate the oxygen situation is, I'm going to try and be a little bit more expeditious. And I know also that I can get away with... Oh, for crying, I hate the way you get stuck on corners. I can get away with slightly more in terms of... There's an alarm on my phone reminding me of something. That I actually... This really isn't the time, Axel. I know you're hungry. Frankly, I'm hungry too. I'd like to have my tea, but I'm sort of, ever so slightly, putting your survival over my belly. So, if you'd be so kind as to do the same, and we can have lovely sandwiches when we get back to the LMS Explorer, and until then, you can not do that, then we'll all be happy bunnies, won't we? And we won't go that way. Because that's the pathway of hell or something. Okay, so I've got a slightly better idea of where the map is in terms of sort of where we are and where we need to go. I'm not actually going to upgrade to that because that's just more trouble than it's worth as far as I'm concerned. Yes, you drill slightly faster, but I keep screwing up the driving because it moves too fast. Oh, I have to go that way, do I? I have to. Oh, do I have to go? Oh, I have to go that way. I have to go that way. Well, that's just cruelty on a cracker, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, this is not a good way I want to go. Oh, sheesh. Well, hopefully they'll be busy with that little, what's it? While we run away. While we bravely run away. Okay, I'm just going to sort of try to go ways that I didn't go last time, because presumably there's just a pathway that I need to go. Although this seems like much more of a maze than what we experienced before. Okay, I'm sort of glad that we're back in this... Oh, sheesh. Please say I'm immediately through to another cabin, because I need to get back in this thing and run away as quickly as humanly possible. Run away! Thank you very much! Thank you! Ooh, it's even faster. I didn't even know you could upgrade this bloody thing. Okay. I hope that it's not a situation where you have to get the granite grinder, because I feel like I need to go.
Unit teleported safely.
Maybe it's in here. It's either going to be in there or it's going to be up in that corner, I think, is the long and the short of it. So the question is which one? The answer is, I don't bloody know. I don't think we've been here before. This doesn't seem immediately familiar. Actually, no. I'm lying through my face. This is familiar. I have been here before. Did I see... Yes, I did. Could we get there? Because there's that bit through there, which is interesting to look at, isn't it? Okay. I don't think I have a particularly high chance of surviving this bloody... Again with the me having a vehicle that's too bloody fast for my own good. Yeah, I'm going to bust through here, get in the... Oh, for crying out loud, you can't do that, can you? thing goes too bloody fast. Good, he's still asleep. Tremendous! I'm gonna get in the Rapid Rider, and then I'm gonna try drilling out that wall along the river, because maybe that's the trick, because there was a cargo carrier in the original formation of the level, but I have no memory of there being a Rapid Rider, so maybe, just maybe, and I apologise about the juddering, that's not my fault for once in my life, I would upgrade my computer so that the frame rates didn't die quite so often, but I'm sort of slightly waiting for the RAM price bubble to burst. I really thought it would have burst by now, and it still hasn't. So, woo, we've definitely not seen anything like this before, because this is new. It doesn't have a drill on the front, which is a bit sad. But never mind, and this is all hard rock, which is of even more irritating. Okay, but now we can just kind of go wherever the hell we want, which is nice. We don't have to worry about lava or anything like that. I can see a lot more juddery earth over here, so there must be some caverns under here. So if nothing else, that will buy us a few more seconds of time. Oh, I really wish this had some drills in the front. I know the tunnel scan doesn't drill very fast, but it drills faster than not at all, which is good enough for me. Okay. Yeah, let's keep exploring out in this direction. I feel like last time we sort of went in that way, so I want to try going like a different way this time. I'm just going to get in here, because I'm not, well, I think it's that I am in control of this. That's the reason they're not coming after me. So I just want to wait for them to go away. There we go. And then I've got a few seconds of safety before the next lot spawn. Back inside, back inside, back inside. Run, 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 run. Run, raider, run, run, run. Or fly, or whatever, I don't know. I don't much care, right? Just move your butt! Really hope I don't have to... Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. That's very out of place, isn't it? Very out of place indeed. Could that be a marker? Could that be a beacon it wants me to find? It could be. It might not be, but it could be. That's gotta be something, right? You wouldn't just have a big old lump for no reason. There must be a reason for this lump. I want to see what is underneath this lump. I really hope that I don't have to go back and get the granite grinder, because hooray! The lump was true! The truth of the lump. Hooray! When does the mission end? Does it just end when he gets back to base camp? We won! With the grand total of nothing! I guess if you were very, very committed, you could now build. You could bring down men, you could get vehicles, you could mine this whole place out and get loads of crystals. But you know what? For the first time, I can't believe I'm saying this, but actually, no. That was a very nice reimagining of the level. Much more difficult than before.
Guidance was excellent, and the stranded rock raider made it out safely. Well done. Mission complete.
How did I get 60 ore? How did I get 80 ore? Oh, is it including ore on vehicle upgrades? Is that it? Is it? Because it's a very round number as well, so that might explain it. Is it like if you spend 20 ore on upgrading a truck, or it gives you an upgraded truck that would cost 20 ore to get, does it count the fact that you've got a truck with 20 ore's worth of upgrades in it as ore that you have collected? Because I know with the crystals it doesn't include vehicles and buildings that it's given you at the start. What does it say? Includes crystals and buildings... Oh, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that, but I'm pretty sure that that is the... Well, it must be the case, otherwise it would have given me like 20 this time around for all the vehicles that were left around. But yes, anyway, that's not important. It's interesting. Business importance. Yes, so curious that it doesn't count the crystals, but it does count the ore, which seems a little bit counterintuitive. Not that the ore means anything, there's nothing to spend the ore on. Obviously you can spend the crystals on the LMS Explorer to buy the little parts that you can use to make your rock raiders, but otherwise the crystals don't have any use, and the ore don't have any use at all. Anyway, not important. We have got...
Air Raiders! Back to basics.
And...
Hot stuff.
weirdly, the little text box isn't coming up with the mission name, but anyway, doesn't matter. Okie dokie. All 4 of the remaining levels could easily be videos on their own. I don't quite know. It would be interesting to see how much they change Air Raiders, because Air Raiders was a challenging level at the best of times. One of my favourites, actually. So I'd be interested to see what they do with that one. Back to basics sort of speaks for itself to a certain degree. It's going to have a hell of a lot of slugs in it, probably a hell of a lot of monsters, hopefully no eroding lava. Hot stuff is going to be hell, and I can't even guess what we're going to do at Rocky Horror. But anyway, I'm glad we got through Lake of Fire, because I was genuinely not really looking forward to doing that one, but it was good fun and not as difficult as I thought it would be. Very challenging, but not overly punishing. The fact that the lava didn't erode as fast as it possibly could have is very impressive. But yeah, it still slightly shocks me to a certain degree that we've played through the entirety of that, the entirety of this, and almost all of this. But hey ho, here we are. Anyway, we should do some more next time. We'll start with Air Raiders, obviously. We'll see how that goes. If that's not too terribly difficult and we get through that in a reasonable amount of time, we might have a stab at hot stuff. And then I think back to basics and Rocky Horror will come later. So that's the sort of order that I've got planned for the moment. But anyway, that is without doubt the shortest Manic Miners video I've made in a long time. It's probably only been about an hour and 40 minutes, which is dramatically shorter than average. But anyway, that was good fun, 2 interesting and different levels and nice expansions and updates of the original scope. So those were fun. I very much enjoyed those. I hope you did as well. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other and good night.